let's shift back to some contemporary issues. There's a recent book that's been written by congressional scholars, excuse me, Tom Mann and Norm Ornstein, arguing that increasing partisanship, in Congress has undermined both public confidence as well as the Congress's own ability to perform its constitutional function. How do you compare your experience in Congress with what you see in Congress today? And do you think there's an increase in partnership, and has it hindered their ability to legislate? And if so, what do you suggest if there's any solution to it?
Well, I think there's no question that the partisanship today is much sharper, much stronger than it was when I left in 1995. And that probably started occurring in the 1992 time period and increased in the 1994 time period. I remember when we could sit down and talk about a lot of things, argue them all out, have fierce battles on the floor, and still be able to go out to dinner or have drinks with friends on the opposite side of the aisle. I remember, and I cherish those moments when I would be invited every so often to those barbecues that Tip O'Neill and Bob Michael had, and with a poker game, and I remember, in the early days when you were there, with John Rhodes as the leader, and the working relationship with Speaker Albert or Speaker O'Neill, and it's just very, very different today. And the kind of conversation doesn't go on. We used to have our first vote on Monday at noon. The last vote was 3 o'clock on Friday. Today the first vote is 6:30 on Tuesday, and the last vote is on Thursday night. And so members rush in Tuesday afternoon, do their vote that Tuesday night, Wednesday do their business, Thursday do their business, and out Thursday night or Friday morning. And they don't get to know each other. And so when you don't know someone very well, it's probably easier to grind at them in a much more personal way. And I think there is that much more divisive partisanship today on both sides of the aisle. And I really think there has to be an interjection of more time being spent, even in terms of the way markups occur. We used to have markups in subcommittee, report the bill out to the full committee, have a markup there, and report out the legislation to the House floor. Now subcommittees are doing hearings, oversight hearings, but most of the legislation is being marked up at the full committee level and not even at the subcommittee. So I don't think there's as much of the deliberative legislative process occurring, and then on top of it, the divisive partisanship that seems to be occurring.